Hello world, welcome to United Cuisines, your show for international recipes. The cold days of winter made it to Central Europe and our friends from Hungary suggested that we make some goulash, a warming and nutritious stew that's easy to make and tastes great. So let's make some in this episode. We will need a dozen ingredients, but don't you worry, nothing really exotic and everything should be available in your closest major supermarket. Such as stewing meat. We went for beef chin in order to get some more taste from that bone, but any subprime cut, such as chuck, works fine. We will moreover need onions, some butter or lard, caraway seeds, and most importantly, ground sweet paprika, preferably Hungarian, a can of diced tomatoes, 2 cups of beef broth, garlic, a bay leaf, and optionally, a few vegetables of your choice. Let's start by detaching the meat from the bone and cutting it into small cubes of around 1 inch or 2 centimeters in size. Leave the fat and tissue on, they will soften by the end of the cooking process and add more taste to our goulash. Make sure to work with a sharp knife, for nothing is more dangerous in the kitchen than a dull knife. Follow up with snapping the onion into small cubes as well as your vegetables of choice into bite-sized pieces. It needs some training, but after a few sessions with Harry Potter you should be able to get the hang of it. Now let's grab our mise en place and start the cooking process, for which we sprinkle some vegetable oil into a stainless pan and sear the meat over high heat. Salt the meat right before frying and don't overcrowd the pan. It's important that the pan's temperature doesn't drop too much, otherwise it will prevent the Maillard reaction from doing its magic. Sear from 2 sides till nicely browned and foam starts building up on the pan surface. Transfer the browned meat into the pot, reduce the heat of the pan to medium, add the butter and sauté the onions for a few minutes. In the meanwhile, ground the caraway seeds in your mortar with the pestle. Or is it in the pestle with the mortar? Anyways, once coarsely ground, make some space in the pan and wake them up together with the sweet paprika. They should turn fragrant after a minute or so, then it's time to combine with the onions and deglaze with a little bit of beef broth. Scrape the good stuff from the bottom of the pan and mix well before transferring into the pot. Add the remainder of the broth, cube tomatoes, the bay leaf and crush in the garlic, preferably without any parts of the garlic press. Add the chopped carrots too, give everything a good stir and bring to a slight boil. Put on the lid, reduce the heat to low and let simmer for around 75 to 90 minutes, occasionally stirring every 15 minutes or so. We don't want the potatoes and peppers to turn all mushy, hence we add them around 20 minutes before the meat is expected to get tender, which, depending on the cut, might take up to 3 hours. So best ask your butcher here. Add the remaining vegetables, top up with some hot water, cover and let cook for another 15 to 30 minutes till the potatoes are done and the meat is fork tender. Last but not least, season with salt and pepper to taste, turn off the heat and let sit for a few minutes before serving. And that's pretty much it. A big tasty pot of goulash is waiting to be served and help you to fight off cold winter days. Many thanks to our Hungarian friends for sharing this soothing and nutritious stew with us. Make sure to join our community for more tasty food ideas and tell us your favorite winter dish from your home region. And now it's time to enjoy our goulash with some toasted garlic bread. Jó étvágyat!
Thank you, my Hungarian friends. Very delicious.